Okay, hi, good evening, students.
Hi,
teacher.
teacher.
How are you today?
Good.
Good.
I'm
So,
pretty
good.
good.
since we're all like staying at home, what did you do at home today?
Eat, sleep, repeat.
Mm,
Sleep.
Sleep, repeat.
Eat.
Okay.
I make curry puff.
You make curry puff. Very good.
Quarantine, teacher.
Quarantine. Okay, quarantine. Yeah, speaking about quarantine, any of you done your swab test?
Done, teacher,
Huh?
yesterday. No.
Done. Okay.
No.
Just to
I
share
don't
with
have
you,
to
I've
do
done
it.
my swab test this
I
morning.
don't wish to do it.
It's quite painful. It feels like my nose is on fire, but you know, to be safe rather than sorry, we have to do the swab test. But okay lah. Okay, so since we couldn't meet for like physical classes, we're doing online classes now. Do you remember what did we learn during the last lesson before MCO?
No. No, I cannot remember.
I don't remember,
Yeah,
teacher.
it's been quite a while since we last had any classes, right? So before MCO, we learned about present tense. So any of you can give me an example of sentences using present tense? What about Anis?
Pardon, teacher?
Examples of sentences using present tense, simple present tense.
Simple present tense. Wait, teacher,
Yes.
wait. Um, I am typing.
You are typing? Yeah,
I am typing.
okay. Very good. You are typing. That is an example of simple present tense. Benjamin, can you explain the form of present tense to us?
I explain the what?
The form of present tense. Like your friend have give you an example of simple present tense, right? So what are the
Yeah.
form of simple present tense?
The rules of simple present tense is that present tense is used to describe an action that is happening like right now or it is happening in the current time, not in the past, not in the future. It's something that we are doing now. For example, I am talking now. Talking is simple present tense.
Yes, very good. You do remember what you learned before MCO. Okay, so since Ben already helped us remind us about simple present tense, today we are going to learn about simple future tense. Can any of you tell me what is simple future tense, if you know?
I can't remember, teacher.
You can't remember. Okay, simple future tense is actually something that will happen in the future as, you know, future tense. So for you to use simple future tense, let me share you a slide. Where is it? All right. Okay, can you see the slides?
Yes.
All right, okay, so for simple future tense, usually we use will and also be going to. And can any of you read the first word on the slides? Maybe Najwati?
Okay. All, teacher.
Just read this one first, the one that I'm circling.
Okay. Prediction.
Okay, prediction.
Uncertain. Okay.
Uncertain. Okay, just continue.
Uncertain if it will happen.
Okay, uncertain if it will happen. So as you can see, as it is a simple future tense, it is in the future. We are not sure whether it will happen or not. So we use simple future tense for prediction, which means uncertain if it will happen. And there are two ways to use it, which is using will and also using be going to. Can any of you read the sentences, examples of sentences for the will part?
Me.
Okay.
According
Anis?
Will. According to news report, it will rain in the evening. It is 8:30 a.m. You will miss the train.
Okay, so as you can see, we use the word will because we did not know whether it will happen or not, because as you can see, according to news report, the news say it will rain, but since we are not sure, we use the word will. It is also the same with be going to. We just change the word will over here with the word going to, and it still gives the same meaning. The next one. Can Umi read it out for us?
Prior plan, it will happen. Be going to. I am going to meet my friend this evening. We promised this morning to meet at the library. For their school trip, they are going to Penang next week.
Okay, so for prior plan, compared to prediction, it is something that will happen. You know it will happen. From the example of the first sentences, I am going to meet my friend. We promised this morning. Because you already promised with your friends, so you know that this event is going to happen, right? So if you know it's going to happen, you use the words be going to. It's the same with the second sentences, because for school trip, meaning that they have planned it beforehand that they are going to Penang. So we use the word going to. Okay, so for the last one, maybe Izatul can read it out for us.
Yes, teacher. Willingness. For instance, Jane, I will answer that because there is no more milk in the fridge. Oliver, really? I will buy some later.
Right. So for willingness, it is something that you do it willingly, meaning that you volunteer to answer it. So for willingness, you have to use the word will. Okay. Now let us try and see if we can actually use the future tense in something simple. I'll show you a video. Where is it? All right, can you see the video?
Not yet.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Yes. Okay, so listen carefully. There'll be also like words on as the subtitle, but you also have to listen carefully to the story, okay?
The Greedy Dog. One day, while a hungry dog was walking along the street, he came across a huge piece of meat.
Wow, what's this? This is the largest piece of meat I've ever seen.
The hungry dog quickly bit down on the meat and thought,
Yum, all mine. I'm going to enjoy this all by myself.
Okay, so from this part, can you see any of the sentences that use future tense?
Yes.
Yes.
Which part?
When the dog said, I will eat this all by myself.
Yeah, when the dog said, I'm going to eat it all, I'm going to enjoy this all by myself. Okay, let's continue.
Self.
A little later, the dog came across the bridge over a stream, and he started to cross it. But to his surprise, a dog in the street below was looking at him with an even bigger piece of meat in his mouth.
Oh, hey, that dog has some meat too. And his is bigger than mine. I'm going to take it from him.
The greedy dog started barking at the dog.
Okay. From this story, so it's a story about a dog who is, as you can see in the title, a greedy dog. Now I want you to predict what will happen to the dog in the end. Can you like maybe
The dog lost
create a
the
few
meat.
sentences?
The dog will
The
jump
dog lost the
into
meat.
water.
The dog
Dog will let go.
The
of
dog will jump into
Dog
the
will jump
water.
water to get the
will
meat.
jump into the water. Okay.
Yes.
Benjamin, your prediction?
The dog will let go of the meat he has in his mouth.
The dog will let go of the meat he has in his mouth. Okay, what about Izatul?
The dog will let go of the meat in his mouth and then he will jump into the water.
He will jump into the water. Okay, so when you predict, you use future tense, right? So do you want to see the ending of the story for this dog?
Yes.
Yes. Let us see who has the the correct prediction of the ending for the greedy dog.
In the stream,
Give me that.
when the dog opened his mouth to bark, he dropped his meat into the water.
Oh no, my meat fell. What have I done?
That's when the greedy dog realized that the dog in the stream was his own reflection.
Oh, my meat.
Okay, so whose prediction is the most how do I say, the most correct according to the story?
Ben.
Ben.
Okay, Benjamin, he said that the dog will let go of the meat. Izatul also said that the dog will let go of the meat, but she added something saying that the dog will jump into the water. That is yeah, because we are making prediction, we are not sure it will happen or not. So your second prediction actually did not happen, right, Izatul?
Yes.
Okay, so now we'll go for the next activity. We'll read some short story that I found online. Wait, where is it? Excuse me, let me look for it first. Wait a minute. Where is the story? I couldn't find the story. Okay. So can you see the story? Or you want me to make it a bit bigger?
Yes.
Teacher, make it bigger.
Make it
I
bigger.
cannot see.
Okay, now? Can you read the story now?
It's unclear.
Can you see it? It's unclear?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it now.
If
Now I
you,
can
if
see
you're
it.
using your mobile phone, the story might look a bit smaller. Can you,
Yeah,
or
but
you want
I
me
can
to make
see
it bigger?
I can see it now, teacher. It's okay already.
Okay, you can see it now. What about Anis? Can you read it? Yeah, Anis is reading it. Okay.
Okay. Old Sultan. I have to read all, teacher?
Just read the first paragraph.
Okay. Old Sultan. Once there was a farmer who had a dog called Sultan. Sultan was a great dog, but now he was old. Before, he had guarded the house, but now he had lost all his teeth. So he could not eat easily. He could not bite food or bite people. None of other animals were afraid of him anymore.
Okay, can Adija read the second and the third paragraph?
One day, yes, teacher. One day, the farmer was talking to his wife and said, "Tomorrow I will kill old Sultan. He is no longer useful." His wife felt sorry for the animal and said, "He has been in our house for so long. He has guarded us so well. Can we not let him live?"
Okay, want to read the next paragraph? Any volunteers? What about Adila? Can you read us the next paragraph?
Okay. What? Said the man. Don't be silly. He doesn't have a single tooth in his mouth. No animal or man is afraid of him. He has no use for us. Yes, he has guarded us well, but we gave him food and a home.
Hanisa, can you continue until the end of the, not the end of the story, but until the end of the first page?
Okay. But old Sultan was lying outside in the sun, and he had heard everything. I don't want to die tomorrow, he thought. Luckily, Sultan had a good friend, the wolf, so he went into the forest that night to see him. He told the wolf what the farmer had said. Don't worry, old Sultan, said the wolf. I will help you. I have an idea. Tomorrow, early in the morning, the farmer will go to work with his wife. Usually, they take their child with them, and the boy lies in the sun. Lie beside the boy, as if you are guarding him. Then I will run out of the forest and take the child away. You will run after me and take the child back. I will give it to you, and you will take it back to the parents. They will think that you saved the child, and they will be so happy that they won't kill you. In fact, they will be so happy that they will be very nice to you.
Okay, Shunan, can you help us read the next paragraph until the end?
Okay. The dog like the plant, so they did it just as the wolf said. The farmer shouted when he saw the wolf running away with the child. But when Sultan brought it back, he was so happy. He said to the dog, I can't hurt you now. You can eat my food as long as you live." He turned to his wife and said, "Go home and make old Sultan some soup and put some bread it in so that he can eat it without teeth. And he can help sleep in my bed if he wants." From that one, old Sultan lived a very comfortable life. But a few weeks later, the wolf visited him. "I'm so happy to see you like this," said the wolf. "So I'm sure you want to help me as well. Your farmer has quite a few fat sheep, and they look very nice. I think I will take one away tonight. You will let me, won't you?"
All right, very good. Thank you. So the story seems like it doesn't have any ending, right? It's like no end at all. So what happened after this, isn't it? So what you will do now is create an alternate ending according to what you have read and according to your imagination. What will happen to the dog and to the wolf? Write at least one complete paragraph of the alternate ending, and you must start your essay or simple essay with the word "I think." Okay, let me repeat it. I want you to create an alternate ending, to compose an alternate ending for this story. using your imagination, you must start your story with the word I think, and make sure to include or to use the simple future tense. Okay? Any questions for now?
No.
No, teacher.
No. Okay. So I'll give you around 10 minutes. Is it enough to compose your essay? Okay, I'll give you around
It
10
should
minutes,
be.
and then I'll leave the story open if you want to reread it again. Okay? So your 10
Alright.
minutes begin now. Are you guys doing good so far? Or you have like no idea how to write a prediction?
Still writing.
It's
Trying.
okay, take your time. You still have some time to write. Any of you done with your story? I'm gonna assume no one done it yet. Are you doing good, Dija? You have 3 more minutes to write, or do you need extra time?
Extra time, please.
Extra time. Okay, I'll give you I'll give you an extra 5 minutes. Is it enough?
Yes.
5 minutes extra, okay? If any of you are done, just let me know. If you're confused, just refer back to the story, okay? Okay. Are you done?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done, teacher.
All right. Your additional 5 minutes is also up. So, Izatul, are you done, Izatul? Okay. All right. Very good. Any of you wanted to volunteer to share their prediction of the story? Benjamin, do you want to share?
Okay, sure. Okay, my prediction is that I think that the old sultan will agree to let the wolf eat one of the farmer's sheep because he owes the wolf a favor. Because of this, the farmer will kill old sultan at the end of the story because he let the wolf eat one of his sheep. He will think that the farmer will think that old sultan is no longer of any use to him due to the dog's old age. Not only that, I think that the old sultan deserves his fate for doing so. So the wolf just wants to use old sultan to achieve his own goals. Therefore, I think at the end of the story, the farmer will kill old sultan.
Wow, a very dark ending. Quite dark, you know, killing and everything. But I think it's quite the same with my prediction, you know. I also predict that the dog will allow the wolf to take the sheep and then the dog will die. But yours was more detailed. Najwati, do you want to share your prediction with us?
Yeah, sure. Okay, my prediction is almost the same with Ben. I think the Sultan will let the wolf take the sheep, uh, because Sultan is actually in debt with the wolf. But and Sultan only lives a comfortable life because the wolves help him. But for me, the farmer isn't going to kill Sultan, but he might be he is going to be angry once he found his sheep missing, but he won't blame it on Sultan because Sultan already saved his child once. So, and if Sultan's refuse the wolf's request, his life and the farmer's family's life are going to be in danger because Sultan is already weak, so he cannot protect himself and he cannot protect itself and the farmer's family from the wolf. So
Okay,
that's
very
mine.
good. Anyone else with a different prediction from Benjamin and Najwati? What about Anis? How do you predict this story is going to be?
I would like to try my answer. I think Old Sultan will refuse the wolf's request because Old Sultan will think that he is loyal to his master, which is the farmer. Then he will not let the wolf take the sheep. So the wolf will think that Old Sultan is betraying him because they are friends, right? So the wolf have helped Old Sultan, but Old Sultan refused to help him. But the wolf will be very mad and attack Old Sultan. The dog will try his best to fight back, and yet he is going to lose the battle due to his poor condition. And the next day, the farmer and his wife will find the Old Sultan laying lifeless near the sheep shed.
All right, thank you, Anis. Quite different prediction from Benjamin and Najwati, but the ending is almost the same, right? The dog eventually dies at the end. Any volunteers? Anyone else wanted to share their prediction of the story?
I want to try.
Yeah, sure. Umi?
I think the dog will refuse to help the wolf. The dog will remain loyal to the farmer and protect the fat sheep. The wolf is going to get angry after hearing what the dog said. Then the wolf will say no to the dog. Then the wolf will say to the dog that he is an ungrateful friend. The wolf is going to show his sharp teeth with a threatening growl. The dog will stand still and stop the wolf from coming. The wolf will penetrate his sharp fangs into the dog's neck. Bleeding a lot, the dog will slowly closing his eyes until his last breath. That's it for me.
Oh, very
I think that's
elaborative.
a lot darker than mine.
Oh,
Very elaborative, you see. Okay, thank you, Umi.
like Stephen King.
Anyone else? Okay, so if there's no one wanted to share their prediction, I think I'll end our class here. Make sure to send or just snap a picture if you write it on a paper. Just send your prediction, your story prediction to the WhatsApp group. Okay. All right. So that is all for our class. Thank you for coming to the online classes. I'll see you next lesson. All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye, teacher.
Teacher.